Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox fan coming to you from Al Red Sox fan YouTube station. We're going to continue some baseball gameplay. We have switched to Digital Diamond Baseball, and we're going to continue with our 1978 retro replay simulation. We have a double header here, Game 1, Red Sox and Cleveland at Fenway Park. Hope everyone's doing well on this early Saturday morning. Let's go to the lineups. For the visiting Cleveland Indians, leading off playing right field, Paul Dade. Batting second, playing left field, Johnny Grubb. Batting third, the third baseman, Buddy Bell. Batting fourth, the first baseman, Andre Thornton. Batting fifth, the shortstop, Larvell Blanks. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, Willie Horton. Batting seventh, the catcher, Ron Pruitt. Batting eighth, the center fielder, Rick Manning. And batting ninth, playing second base, Dwayne Kuiper. On the mound for the Cleveland Indians, left-hand throwing Rick Waits. In 1978, 13 wins, 15 losses, 3.20 ERA. He's good for 29 batters. For the hometown 1978 Boston Red Sox, leading off Jerry Remy at second base. Batting second, the Rooster, Rick Burleson, playing shortstop. Batting third, Jim Rice, the left fielder. He would go on to win the MVP in 1978. Batting fourth, the catcher, Carlton Fisk. Batting fifth, the first baseman, George Boomer Scott. Batting sixth, the center fielder, Freddie Lynn. Batting seventh, the right fielder, Dwight Evans. Batting eighth, third baseman, Butch Hobson. Batting ninth, the DH, Bob Bailey. On the mound for the Red Sox, Louis Tiant. 1978, 13 wins, 8 losses, earned run average 3.31. He's good for 27 batters. So let's get this game on the way. Back to matchups. So once again, Paul Dade leading off, right-handed batter, facing the right-handed Louis Tiant. To reach base safely, he needs a dice roll of 7, 4, 5, or higher. Tiant sets and delivers, and that's a 5-0-5. That goes to Burleson at short. He dives, gets up, and throws to Scott for out number 1. Great play there by the Rooster at short. So 1 out, no one on. Johnny Grubb, the Indians left fielder, steps to the plate. Grubb, left-handed batter. On the retro replay, he's batting .282, and off right-handers, .258. To reach base safely, 6, 5, 9, or higher. Here's the dice roll. Tiant sets and delivers. That's a 2-3-2. That ball goes out to Dwight Evans in right field. Evans goes back on it, and he makes the catch. Just in front of the warning track for out number 2. 2 outs, no one on. Buddy Bell steps to the plate. Right-handed batting third baseman for the Indians. On the retro replay, he's batting .268 and .323 off right-handed pitching. Tiant looking for a 1-2-3 inning here. He gets the sign from Fisk. Here's the pitch to Bell, who needs a 7-2-8 or higher to reach base safely. We await the dice roll. 8-4-9. That's a single into left field. So a 2-out single. Buddy Bell's at first. And that will bring up the first baseman, Andre Thornton, for the Indians. Thornton struggling here in April retro world, only batting .214 and .219 off right-handed pitching. If you're thinking a 2-run blast, Thornton would need a dice roll of 9, 4, 8, or greater to reach base safely, 6, 9, 9 or higher. Tiant peers in at Fisk, gets the sign. Here's the pitch to Thornton. Bell's at first, 2 outs. We await the dice roll. 4-7-5. That ball's out to Jerry Remy at second. He knocks it down, picks it up, throws to Scott. Inning over. So after half an inning, no runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left on for Cleveland. We go to the bottom of the first. Cleveland didn't score. Red Sox are coming up. Due up for Boston, Remy, Burleson, and Rice. And they will face Rick Waits, the left-handed throwing pitcher. Waits is 1-0 on the retro replay. He threw a shutout. He has no earned run average. Lefty-lefty matchup here. Remy batting .312, but only .167 off left-handed pitching. For Remy to reach base safely, 7.55 or more. Waits gets the sign from Pruitt. Here's the pitch to Remy. That's a 0.71. Remy strikes out. He was fooled by that pitch, got caught looking. 1 out. Rick Burleson, the Rooster, steps to the plate. Burleson on the retro replay, off to a fast start. .364 batting average, but he, like Remy, is also struggling against left-handed pitching, only batting .154. The windup and the pitch by Waits. Burleson needs a .685 or higher to reach base safely. That's a .654. That ball goes out to left field. Johnny Grubb's there, and he makes the catch. Out number 2. 2 outs, no one on. The MVP of 1978, Jim Rice, steps to the plate. Rice's home run swing, 9.53 or more. To reach base safely, 6.40 or higher. The windup and the pitch to Rice. 9.51, and that's going to be a triple to the triangle. So a 2-out triple. And Carlton Fisk steps to the plate. RBI opportunity here for Pudge. Fisk's batting .314 in the retro replay. Again, he too struggles against left-handed pitching, though only 200 so far. Rice 90 feet away from putting the Red Sox ahead. 2 outs, runner at third. Fisk's home run roll consists of a dice roll of 9.73 or greater to reach base safely, 6.38 or higher. Waits delivers the pitch. That's a 1-1-2. That ball goes to Blanks at shortstop, takes a bad hop off his chest. He quickly recovers, fires to first, and they just get Fisk for out number 3. Nice stretch by Thornton. So after 1 complete, no score, we go to the top of the second. Due up for the Indians, Blanks, Horton, and Pruitt. LeVar Blanks, the Indians shortstop, is batting .206. Only 130 off right-handed pitching. Tiant's ready. Blanks needs a .737 or higher to reach base safely. Here's the pitch. .346. That ball goes out to center field. Freddie Lynn is there, and he makes the catch. 1 up, 1 down. Willie Horton, the Indian designated hitter, steps to the plate. Horton off to a tough start here in April, only batting .207 in total and .217 off right-handed pitching. Horton's home run swing, 9.63 or more. To reach base safely, 7.21 or greater. Tiant set, gets the sign from Fisk. The corkscrew delivery. Here's the pitch to Horton. .674. That ball goes out to Evans in right field. He drifts over to his right a bit, makes the catch. Out number 2. 2 outs, no one on. Indians catcher Ron Pruitt steps to the plate. Pruitt is off to what you would call a fast start, batting .536 and .435 off right-handed pitching. Home run swing, .962 or more. To reach base safely, .732 or higher. 2 outs, no one on. Tiant sets and delivers. .780. Pruitt is patient and works a walk. So Pruitt's on first. Possibility of stealing, he would need to get the proper lead, and that's under a 250. If that is successful, the next dice roll has to be under 650. Stepping to the plate, Rick Manning, the number 8 hitter. He's batting .276 on the season and .364 off right-handed pitching. The windup and the pitch by Tiant. Let's see what Pruitt does at first. He doesn't get the proper lead. He'll have to stay put. Now here's the roll to Waits. That's a 0-3-6. Manning. He strikes out to end the inning, swinging. So we go to the bottom of the second. No score. Due up for the Red Sox, Scott, Lynn, and Evans. To face Rick Waits. The Boomer steps to the plate. Red Sox first baseman's only batting .213 in total, but he has hammered left-handed pitching for a .429 batting average. Very good matchup here for Scott. His home run swing consists of a dice roll of .966 or greater. To reach base safely, .681 or more. Waits gets the sign from Pruitt. He winds and delivers to Scott. The dice roll. .504. That ball goes to Bell. It's a line drive. He makes the catch, out number 1. So Scott lines out to Buddy Bell, the third baseman. With 1 out, Fred Lynn steps to the plate. Red Sox center fielder batting .238. .250 off left-handed pitching. Lefty-lefty matchup. Freddie Lynn's home run roll, .975 to .999. To reach base safely, .731 or higher. Waits toes the rubber. Peers in at Pruitt. Nods his head. Here's the pitch to Lynn. Here's the dice roll. .648. That ball goes out to right field. Dade is there. Comes in a bit. Makes the catch. That's out number 2. 2 outs. No one on. Dwight Evans comes to the plate. Evans is batting in the retro replay .372. And has crushed left-handed pitching at a .429 clip. His home run swing, .967 or higher. To reach base safely, .657 or greater. Waits looking for a 1-2-3 inning here. The lefty sets and delivers to Evans. Here's the dice roll, .645. That ball is to blanks at short. He scoops it up and throws over to Thornton. Out number 3, inning over. We go to the top of the third, no score. Due up for the Indians, Kuiper, Dade, and Grubb. So Dwayne Kuiper comes to the plate, left-handed batter to face the right-handed throwing Louis Tiant. Kuiper, he's off to a fast start, .349 batting average and .344 off right-handed pitching. Tiant gets the sign. Corkscrew delivery. Here's the pitch to Kuiper, who needs a .687 or higher to reach base safely. We await the dice roll. .772, and that's going to be a single into center field. So Kuiper's on at first. For him to steal, he needs at first a roll of .270 or under, actually. And then if he gets that, under .350. Red Sox will look to try to induce a double play ball here. Top of the order, Paul Dade steps to the plate. He's 0 for 1 today. Tiant gets the sign from Fisk. Here's the pitch. 8-6-6. That's going to be a single in the left field. Rice retrieves it and throws it back in towards the infield. So runners at first and second, no outs. Johnny Grubb steps to the plate. Grubb, the left-handed batting left fielder, he's 0 for 1 today. Fisk flashes the signs. Grubb to reach safely, 6.59 or higher. Home run swing, 9.59 or greater. Tiant's ready. Here's the pitch to Grubb. The dice roll. First and second, no outs. 7-4-7. Grubb is patient and works a walk, and now the Indians have bases loaded here. And Buddy Bell steps to the plate. No place to put Bell. He's 1 for 1 today. If you're thinking grand salami, that would consist of a dice roll 9-8-2 or greater. To reach base safely, 7-2-8 or more. Red Sox would gladly turn 2 and give up a run here. Tiant sets and delivers to Bell. Here's the dice roll. No place to put Buddy. 6-0-8. That ball goes out to left field. Rice comes in on the shallow fly ball. He makes the catch. Kuiper bluffs but goes back to third. So 1 out. Base is still loaded. And the Indians' first baseman, Andre Thornton, steps to the plate. He's 0 for 1. He's a home run threat. A home run for Thornton consists of a dice roll 9-4-8 to 9-9-9. To reach base safely, 7-0-4 or more. No score, 1 out, bases loaded. Top of the third for the Indians. Tiant with his corkscrew delivery. Here's the pitch to Thornton. "5-2-4. Soft ground ball back to the pitcher. He throws to Scott for the out. And the Indians score a run as they had the contact play on. 1-0 Cleveland. So there's 2 outs, runners at second and third. And the number 5 hitter, LeVar Blanc, steps to the plate. Surprised Tiant didn't try to throw home there, but it was a slow roller. The contact play was obviously on. His base is loaded. He decided to take the sure out at first. Blanks is 0 for 1. 2 ducks out on the pond there for Lavelle, excuse me. Fisk goes through the signs. Here's the pitch to Blanks. We await the dice roll. 8-7-4. It's going to be a single in the left field. That should score 2 runs here. There's a throw to the plate. And it's not in time. Grubb scores from second. It is now a 3-0 ball game. So Blanks gets a clutch 2-out single, knocks in 2. And the Indians are up 3-0 over the Red Sox. Willie Horton steps to the plate, Indian designated hitter. He's 0 for 1, definitely a home run threat. 9-6-3 or more. Reach base safely, 7-1-6 or higher. Tiant desperately wants to get this last out here in the top of the third. He delivers to Horton. "5-1-2. Ball goes to Burleson. And he catches the line drive. Inning over. Damage done. Indians score 3. We go to the bottom of the third. 3-0 Cleveland. Due up for Boston. Hobson, Bailey in the top of the order. Jerry Remy. Butch Hobson, in 1978 retro replay, is batting .340 right now. And he's crushed left-handed pitching for a .583 batting average. See if he can keep up that magic. Hobson's home run swing consists of a dice roll of 9-7-1 or higher. To reach base safely, 7-1-1 or more. Pruitt toes the rubber, peers in. Waits, toes the rubber, peers in at Pruitt. Here's the pitch to Hobson. That's a 7-9-2. Hobson earns a walk. So a leadoff walk. Hobson will stay put as he needs under 190 to get the proper lead, then under 670 to steal the base. Bob Bailey steps to the plate. Bailey, I believe this would be his first appearance of the 78 Retro Replay season. Let's click on that for a moment. It is. He has not had an at-bat yet. You know what? Let's take a shot with Hobson stealing. We need under a 190 for the first dice roll. 9-5-3. Hobson can't get a good lead. He will stay put. So now it's up to Bob Bailey. Bailey to reach base safely. 6-4-4 or more. Home run swing. 9-6-7 or greater. 1 out, 1 on. Here's the pitch by Waits. The dice roll. 3-4-6. That ball goes out to Paul Dade in right field. It's a deep fly ball. Dade continues to go back, and he makes the catch at the wall. For out number 1, Bailey gave it a ride, but it's just a long, noisy out. Hobson retreats back to first base. Top of the order, Jerry Remy, the Rem Dog, steps to the plate. He's 0 for 1. Remy awaits Waits' pitch. He needs a 7-4-5 or more to reach base safely. Here's the dice roll. And that is a 5-4-7. The ball goes to Thornton, who makes the catch on the pop-up in foul territory. Hobson stays at first. 2 outs now. And Rick Burleson steps to the plate. The Roosters 0 for 1. Burleson needs a 6-8-0 or higher to reach base safely. Hobson will be off on contact. Waits gets the sign from Pruitt. The windup and the pitch to Burleson. And that's a 0-9-4. Burleson strikes out swinging. Inning over. Big swing and a miss. We go to the top of the 4th. 3-0 Cleveland. Due up for the Indians. Pruitt, Manning, and Kuiper. Ron Pruitt walked his first time up. Tiant's ready. Here's the pitch to Pruitt. That's a 9-9-2, and that is gone. Fenway faithful are not happy with that blast. Pruitt crushed that ball to dead center. It's now 4-0 Indians. So Tiant has given up 4 runs in the past 2 innings. Rick Manning comes to the plate. Indian center fielders 0 for 1 to reach base safely. 6-7-5 or more for back-to-back jacks. 9-8-2 or higher. The windup and the pitch to Manning. Lefty-righty matchup here. Here's the dice roll. 0-4-3. That's a strikeout. As that curveball froze Manning. So that's the first out of the inning. Dwayne Kuiper comes to the plate. Another lefty-righty matchup here. Indian second baseman's 1 for 1 with a run scored. To reach base safely, 6-8-7 or more. Fisk goes through the signs. Tiant nods his head. Here's the corkscrew delivery and the pitch to Kuiper. The dice roll. 9-2-4, and Kuiper rips that ball in the right field for a 1-out single. Paul Dade comes to the plate. Indian right fielders 1 for 2 with a run scored. Red Sox looking for the double play to end the inning here. Dade needs a dice roll of 7-4-0 or higher to reach base safely. Kuiper's on first. Scott is holding him on. Here's the pitch by Tiant. The dice roll. 0-9-8. That will be a strikeout. Big swing and a miss on the knuckle curve. So there's 2 outs. And Johnny Grubb comes to the plate. The Indian left fielder's 0 for 1. He has a walk and has scored a run. Kuiper will be off on contact at first. Fisk goes through the signs. Here's the pitch to Johnny Grubb. .159. That ball goes out to Jim Rice. This should be the third out of the inning. He makes the catch. Inning over, but damage done on the solo blast by Pruitt. We go to the bottom of the fourth, 4-0, Cleveland. Due up for the Red Sox, Rice, Fisk, and Scott. Rice steps into the batter's box. He enters the game batting .397, 7 home runs, and 21 RBIs. For Rice to go yard on this swing, 9.53 or more. To reach base safely, 6.40 or higher. Waits is throwing a one-hitter for the Indians. The windup and the pitch to Jim Rice. Here's the dice roll. 2.90. That ball goes out to Grubb. Grubb comes in on it as Rice got under it. He makes the catch, out number 1. 1 out, no one on. Carlton Fisk steps to the plate. Pudge is 0 for 1. To reach safely, 6.38 or higher. Waits working quickly. The lefty delivers. 9.67. Fisk doubles into the left center field gap. So a 1 out double for Fisk. That's only the Red Sox' second hit of the game. And George Boomer Scott steps to the plate. Once again, the Boomer has been able to hit left-handed pitching so far quite well. 400 batting average. He is 0 for 1 today, though. One swing of the bat can bring the Red Sox to within 2 runs, cutting the Indians' lead in half. He would need a dice roll of 9.66 or higher to do so. To reach safely, 6.81 or more. 1 out, 1 on. Here's the pitch to Scott. 2.56. That ball's to Kuiper at second base. Kuiper charges it and quickly throws to Thornton, and they just get the Boomer at first. Carlton Fisk advances to second now with 2 outs. And it'll be up to Freddie Lynn to knock him in. Red Sox center fielder's 0 for 1 today. Lynn to knock him in needs an 8.29 or higher. To reach base safely, 7.31 or more. Lefty-lefty matchup here. Waits, toes the rubber, looks in at Pruitt. Nods his head. Here's the pitch to Freddie Lynn. 3.19. That ball goes out to right field. Lynn got under it. Dade comes in, makes the catch. Inning over. We go to the top of the fifth. Cleveland 4, Boston nothing. Due up for the Indians, Bell, Thornton, and Blanks to face Louis Tiant. Tiant's up to 20 batters. He's good for 27. Buddy Bell's 1 for 2 today. For Bell to reach safely, 7.28 or more. Tiant, corkscrew delivery. Here's the dice roll. 3.98. That ball goes to Hobson. Hobson backhands it and throws to Scott for the first out in the top of the 5th. Andre Thornton steps to the plate. Indians first baseman, 0 for 2 with an RBI. Tiant's ready. Here's the pitch. We await the dice roll. 4.65. Another ball to Hobson. This time Hobson drops the ball. And that's going to be an error on Butch Hobson. As you can see, his error percentage is 10%, which is awful. He was an error machine in 1977 and 1978. So Thornton reaches on an error. He'll be held on by Scott. Larvell Blanks comes to the plate. He's 1 for 2 with 2 RBIs. The Indian shortstop needs a 7.32 or higher to reach base safely. One out, one on. Scott holding the runner. Tiant looking to induce a double play ball here. Corkscrew delivery by Louis. Here's the pitch, the dice roll. 8-2-7, and that's going to be a single into left field. Thornton holds at second, so runners at first and second, one out. Willie Horton, the designated hitter, comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2. Again, the Red Sox look for that twin killing to end the inning. Fisk flashes the signs. Tiant nods his head. Here's the pitch to Horton. He needs a dice roll of 7-2-1 or higher to reach base safely. That's a 1-4-5. That ball goes to Burleson, who throws to Remy on to Scott. Double play, inning over. So Louis Tiant gets the double play ball and gets out of the jam. We go to the bottom of the fifth. It's still 4-0 Cleveland. Due up for Boston, Evans, Hobson, and Bailey. Evans is 0 for 1. He needs to get on base, so he needs a dice roll of 6-5-7 or higher. Here's the pitch by Waits. 4-2-7. That ball goes to Blanks at short. It's a pop-up, and he makes the catch on the outfield grass. Out number 1. Butch Hobson comes to the plate. He walked his first time up. Hobson could go yard. That would take a dice roll of 9-7-1 to 9-9-9. To reach base safely, 7-1-1 or more. Waits is throwing a two-hitter here, bottom of the fifth. Gets a sign from Pruitt. He sets and delivers to Hobson. Here's the dice roll. 3-2-7. That ball goes out to Johnny Greb in left field, and he makes the catch on the warning track, and that's out number 2. 2 outs, no one on. Bob Bailey comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1. To reach safely, 6-4-9 or more. Waits working quickly. Here's the pitch to Bailey. And Bailey strikes out. That's a roll of 0-1-0. So Bailey is froze on that off-speed pitch. He goes down looking. We go to the top of the 6th, 4-0 Cleveland. Due up for the Indians, Pruitt, Manning, and Kuiper. Ron Pruitt steps to the plate. He's 1 for 1. He's walked once, and he has a home run. If you're thinking deja vu all over again for Pruitt, needs a dice roll of 9-6-2 or more to reach base safely, 7-3-2 or higher. Tiant's now up to 24 batters. He's good for 27. Here's the pitch by Louis Tiant, the dice roll. 0-0-4, and that is a strikeout. Pruitt doesn't agree with that call, says something to the umpire, now goes back to the bench. So 1 out on the strikeout. Rick Manning comes to the plate. Indian center fielder, he's 0 for 2. Lefty-righty matchup here. Tiant works quickly. Here's the dice roll. He needs a 6-7-5 or higher to reach base safely. And he strikes out as that's a 0-3-6. Big swing and a miss. So 2 up, 2 down, both on the K. And Cleveland second baseman Dwayne Kuiper comes to the plate. He's 2 for 2 with a run scored. Another lefty-righty matchup here for Tiant. Tiant looking to strike out the side. Peers in at Fisk, nods his head. Here's the pitch to Kuiper. Kuiper needs a dice roll of 6-8-7 or more to reach base safely. Can Tiant strike out the side? We shall find out. And nope, 0-6-8. That ball goes to Scott, who flips to Tiant covering first. Inning over. Go to the bottom of the 6th. 4-0 Cleveland. Due up for Boston. Top of the order, Remy, Burleson, and Rice. Boston needs to get busy here. Time is running short. The Rem Dog steps to the plate. Lefty-lefty matchup. 0 for 2 today. To reach space safely, 7-5-5 or more. Waits throwing a 2-hitter. Gets the sign from Pruitt. Here's the pitch to Remy. 4-0-4. That ball goes out to right field. That's a deep fly ball. Dade continues to go back, and he makes the catch at the wall. For out number 1, Rick Burleson, the Rooster, comes to the plate. Shortstop's 0 for 2 today. He needs a 6.85 or more. Red Sox need base runners. Waits, nods his head, sets and delivers. That's a 9.57, and that is a double. That ball splits Grubb and Manning in left center field. So a 1-out double. It's the Red Sox 3rd hit of the game. And it brings up the dangerous Jim Rice. Rice is 1 for 2. He has one of the other Red Sox hits. One swing of the bat can cut this deficit in half. Rice needs a dice roll of 9.53 or more to do so. To reach base safely, 6.40 or higher. Here's the pitch by Waits. That's a 3-1-6. That ball's going to left field. Grubbs comes in on it and makes the catch. So once again, Rice gets under a pitch that it looked like he could drive. There's 2 outs now. Burleson retreats back to second base. It's going to be up to Carlton Fisk. The catcher, Pudge, is 1 for 2 today. Burleson will be off on contact. If Fisk can single, and that would be a dice roll of 7, 6, 7 or higher, Burleson should be able to score with 2 outs. To reach base safely and continue the inning, 6.38 or more. Rick Waits is ready, looking to get the 3rd out of the inning here. He sets and delivers to Fisk. That's a 9.09, and that's going to be a single in the center field. Let's see if Burleson can score on this. He should be able to, and he does. As they wave him home, it's now 4-1 Cleveland. The Red Sox finally get on the board with a 2-out RBI single by Carlton Fisk. He's on first. Thornton is holding him on. And George Boomer Scott steps to the plate. The Boomer's 0 for 2. Scott's home run swing would be a 9.66 to 9.99. To reach base safely, 6.76 or more. Carlton Fisk, we have an interesting option here. Fisk, to get the proper lead, needs a dice roll under 240, and if he gets that, under a 7.30 to steal second. We're gonna, as they say, roll the dice here. Take a shot at Fisk stealing second. First dice roll is 0.49. The second one's 2.73. Carlton Fisk successfully steals second base on Pruitt. So he's in scoring position with 2 outs. Hello, Tim Gersh. How you doing, my friend? Hope all is well. Tim Gersh in the chat. Check out his channel. So now Scott needs a dice roll of 7.57 or more to score. Fisk most likely has 2 outs. He's off on contact. To reach base safely, 6.81 or higher. Waits in a bit of a pickle here for the first time in this game. Here's the pitch to Scott. That's a 1.44, and Scott strikes out. Inning over. Big swing and a miss. Fisk is stranded at second. The Red Sox score 1, but still trail by 3. We go to the top of the 7th. Cleveland 4, Boston 1. Due up for the Indians, Dade, Grubb, and Bell. Tiant is at 27 out of 27 batters, so he's met his threshold. We're going to give him one more batter here. Well, we'll give him until he gives up a runner. Paul Dade, the Indians' right fielder, is 1 for 3 with a run scored. Tiant stares in at Fisk, gets the sign. Corkscrew delivery. Here's the pitch to Dade and the dice roll. Dade needs a 7.45 or higher to reach base safely. And that's a 7.62. He works a walk. And Tiant seems tired now. He's struggling. And with a lefty coming up, we're going to go to our bullpen. As Johnny Grubb is 0 for 2, but he's walked once and scored a run. So Let's go to our bullpen here. And Tom Bergmeyer. Just click on Bergmeyer. Left-handed reliever. Let's go into simulated. He's 4.50 ERA. Against lefties. Lefties are 2 for 8. Righties are 2 for 3. Let's go to our bench coach. Look at the lineup. So you got lefty, righty, 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 righty. Lots of righties after. Let's go matchups. And let's see how Tom Bergmeyer matches up with Johnny Grubb. It's actually worse than what Tiant does. Let's see what Drago. We don't want to use Drago. What's Bob Stanley do? Tiant's still the better matchup here, even though he's tiring. Okay. Let's go Soup Campbell. Not good. Oh boy, wow, these matchups are not good, as the 1978 bullpen for the Red Sox was not that good, to be honest with you. They won a ton of games, but pretty good starting pitching and then a lot of offense by the Red Sox. Well, I think we're going to stick with Tiant here. So Tiant, once again, will try to get a double play ball. Paul Dade's at first, no outs. Scott holding him on. For Dade to steal, he needs a proper lead, so that's a dice roll under 400. If he gets that, he needs a roll under 570 for the theft of second. Grubb needs a 649 or higher to reach base safely. Here's the pitch by Tiant. Red Sox want a low dice roll here. 4-6-0. That ball goes to Burleson. And it's a pop-up, and Burleson makes the catch for out number 1. So Buddy Bell comes to the plate. Tiant's 2 over his threshold now. 29 batters face. Threshold at 27. Bell's 1 for 3. He's only hitting 100 off left-handed pitching. 324 off right-handed pitching. Let's go back to our pen again. And let's go to bench coach and check out Bergmeyer against Bell. So against Tiant, 7.23 or higher to reach base safely. Let's see, against Bergmeyer, 5.83. He's just been getting bad dice rolls because Bergmeyer's in a much easier matchup for Buddy Bell. Let's go Drago, 7.04. Again, the tiring Tiant is still the better option. We'll stick with Louis Tiant. 4-1 ball game. Dade at first. Here's the pitch to Buddy Bell, who needs a 7.23 or higher. Here's the dice roll. Red Sox looking for a double play to end the inning. 3-8-3. That ball goes out to Freddie Lynn. That's a deep fly ball. Lynn continues to go back on it, and he makes the catch. Dade retreats back to first, so 2 outs now. And Tiant is 3 over his threshold. He's now faced 30 batters, and Andre Thornton steps to the plate for the Indians here in the top of the 7th. Thornton's 0 for 3 with an RBI. Thornton needs a 6.99 or higher. Let's again go to our bench. Bench coach. I'd like to go to Drago here. 6.85. Ripley, 6.52. Oh, that's awful. Stanley, 6.76. Well, we're going to give Tiant one more batter. One more batter. He's looking to get the third out of the inning here. Dade's at first, being held on by Scott. Thornton needs a 6.99 or more to reach base safely. Dade will be off on contact. 2 outs. Here's the pitch by Louis Tiant. We await the dice roll and the result. 0-5-5, and that is a big swing and a miss on the sweeping curveball. Tiant pitches through the 7th. As the organist finishes Take Me Out to the Ball Game, we go to the bottom of the 7th, 4-1 Cleveland. Let's quickly go to the box score. What has Tiant done today for strikeouts? Tiant struck out 6, walked 3. He's given up 4 runs on 7 hits, all earned, and 1 big home run. So Freddie Lynn comes to the plate, and he'll be followed by Evans and Hobson. Red Sox center fielder against Waits today. In this lefty-lefty matchup, Waits has been the winner. Lynn's at 0 for 2. Let's see if he can turn that around. Lynn needs a 7.31 or higher to reach base safely. Here's the pitch by Waits. That's a 1-5-7. That ball goes out to center field. Rick Manning tracks it down. Out number 1. Red Sox have just struggled mightily at the plate in this first game of a doubleheader. Dwight Evans comes to plate. 1 out, no one on. He's 0 for 2. Waits is now up to 24 batters faced. His threshold's 29. Evans awaits the Waits offering. The windup and the pitch to Dewey, who needs a 6.57 or higher to reach base safely. Here's the dice roll, 9-2-9, and that's going to be a double high off the green monster in left field. So a 1-out double for Evans. Hello, Eric from Higher Ground Gaming. How you doing, my friend? Hope you and Brody are doing well, and everyone else, your friends and family. Remember to check out Higher Ground Gaming with Eric. He does a lot of baseball sims. Does a wonderful job. He says, Fridays with your host, Al. All right, Evans is at second, 1 out. Red Sox trailing by 3. Butch Hobson comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1. Hobson needs a big bomb here. And that would consist of a dice roll of 9-7-1 or higher to reach base safely, 7-1-1 or more. Waits toes the rubber, peers in at Pruitt. He's ready. Here's the pitch to Hobson. Here's the dice roll. That's a 3-6-5. That ball is going to go to Blanks at short. It's a ground ball. He ranges to his left and throws to Thornton for the out. Evans had a hold at second. And now with 2 outs, Bob Bailey comes to the plate. And he's been pathetic. He's been 0 for 2 in this game. And I think we're going to look for a pinch hitter here. Yeah, let's check out. Bernie Carbo hit .333 off left-handed pitching in 78. What's he doing in the retro, though? Carbo off lefties is 0 for 1. He's only 3 for 9. Oh, I'm sorry, no, I made a mistake. Carbo is 1 for 1 off lefties. And he does have pretty good power. Alright. Stremski. Frank Duffy's 302. I think he has a pinch hit. That came against right-hander, though. I don't want Bailey to hit, that's for sure. 6-4-9. Brohammer. Red Sox did not have a really good bench in 78, and once they trade Carbo away, it's even going to get worse. Well, we're going to go with Bernie Carbo to pinch hit for Bob Bailey. So we're going to stick with a lefty-lefty matchup here. Carbo does have some pop in his bat. So Bernie Carbo. Actually, Bailey's a right-hander, but we're going lefty-lefty here. Carbo has one hit and his one opportunity against left-handed pitching. On the season, batting .333. For Carbo to hit a home run, he needs a .985 or greater to reach base safely, .684 or more. The windup and the pitch to Carbo. Here's the dice roll. And Carbo will strike out. That's a 0-2-6. Watch that pitch. Watch the fastball go right on by. Inning over, we go to the top of the 8th, 4-1. Indians. Let me quickly jump to the chat. We have Eric from Higher Ground Gaming. Remember to check out his channel. Does a wonderful job. He says, just did an inside the crease hockey video, almost 2 hours. Need to defuse now with some Red Sox fan. Well, thank you very much. Eric also says about the 78 Sox, their bench was awful. A halfway decent bench, and I think they would have made it to the World Series easy. I agree. They would have had a much better shot. And their bullpen really wasn't that good either. But their starting 9 was fabulous, and their starting pitching was good. Adequate. So we go to the top of the 8th, 4-1 Indians. Due up for Cleveland, Blanks, Horton, and Pruitt. Blanks is 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs to reach base safely, 737 or more. Tiant is 4 over his threshold. He has not reached the tired point yet. Here's the pitch to Blanks. .104. That ball goes to Burleson. He charges it and throws to Scott. And Scott makes a wonderful stretch and grab out number 1. So a good play all around. The Rooster and the Boomer. So 1 out and Willie Horton steps to the plate. Indian designated hitter. He's 0 for 3. Tiant wants to make him 0 for 4. And to do so, Tiant needs a dice roll of under 721. Horton wants a 721 or higher. Here's the pitch. The dice roll. 1 out, no one on. 6-9-2, and that ball goes to Remy at second base. He backhands it and quickly throws to Scott. 2 up, 2 down. Indians catcher Ron Pruitt steps to the plate. He's 1 for 2. He's walked and homered. Tiant gets the sign from Fisk. Here's the pitch to Pruitt, who needs a dice roll of 732 or more to reach base safely. .766, and that is Pruitt's second walk of the game. Tiant's now 7 over his limit. 34 batters faced. Scott holding Pruitt on. He is a threat to steal. Pruitt would need under a 250 to get the proper lead and under a 650 to steal the base. Rick Manning comes to the plate. He's 0 for 3. This will be Tiant's last batter. Manning needs a 665 or higher to reach safely. Here's the pitch by Tiant. Oh, they're rolling for the steal. Pruitt doesn't get the good lead. He stays put. And now the roll for Manning, and that's a 719. And we have back-to-back walks, and that's going to be it for Louis Tiant. Dwayne Kuiper comes to the plate. He's a lefty. Let's go to our bullpen. Let's go to bench coach. Let's look at Bergmeyer. And Tom Bergmeyer will come in to face Dwayne Kuiper. So Tom Bergmeyer comes out of the pen, hoping to get this last out here in the top of the 8th. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. Those runners are Louis Tiant's responsibility. Let's go to the box score quickly. Tiant went 7 2/3. He's responsible for the runners on. 7 hits, 4 runs, all earned. Walked 5, struck out 6, and gave up a home run to Pruitt. All right, so Bergmeyer trying to keep this a 3-run deficit here. Faces Dwayne Kuiper. Indian second baseman's 2 for 3 with a run scored. Lefty-lefty matchup. Kuiper needs a 7-2-8 or more to reach base safely. Bergmeyer wants under that. The windup and the pitch by Bergmeyer. We await the dice roll. And Bergmeyer, oh, that was to see if there was a steal. Oh, no, it's a wild pitch. So Bergmeyer throws a wild pitch on the 9-5-6 dice roll. Runners advance. So now Pruitt's at third. Manning's at second. So that was a special play. And myself and Eric from Higher Ground Gaming, who do enjoy this game, think that they need to come up with something to tell you there's a special play coming, like another set of dice popping up or something like that. But I've learned, if I don't hear anything in the dice roll, to quickly look at the text. All right, so it was a wild pitch, runners advance, and Kuiper gets back in the batter's box. He has 2 ducks out there. Base hit most likely will score 2. Manning has pretty good speed at second base, and he'll be off on contact with 2 outs. Fisk goes out, has a word with Bergmeyer, now comes back behind the plate. Bergmeyer's ready. He sets and delivers to Kuiper. Need a very low dice roll here for Bergmeyer. And he doesn't get it. Bergmeyer gives up the double to right field down the corner. Evans retrieves it, throws it back in. Far too late. 2 runs score. It's now a 6-1 ball game. Clutch hit by Dwayne Kuiper with 2 outs. So Tom Bergmeyer does not do his job. And that brings up Paul Dade. Kuiper's at second with 2 outs. Dade needs a 5-6-9 or higher to reach base safely. We're going to see if Bergmeyer can get this last out. Here's the pitch. The dice roll. 1-7-1. That ball goes to Burleson. It's a ground ball. He fields it, throws to Scott. Inning over. But Bergmeyer gives up the double. 2 runs score. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Indians leading by 5. It's 6-1 Cleveland. Due up for the Red Sox. Top of the order, Remy, Burleson, and Rice. Remy's 0 for 3. He's only batting 133. Off left-handed pitching, and we're going to go to our bench. Now we're going to go to Frank Duffy. So Frank Duffy will come in and pitch hit for Jerry Remy. Right-handed batting Duffy comes off the bench. He's batting 1,000. In very limited, I think he's 2 for 2 or 1 for 1. Let's see what Frank Duffy is. Yeah, he's 1 for 1. He had a pinch hit. Let's see if he can duplicate that feat here. He needs a 6-8-7 or higher to reach base safely. Here's the pitch by Waits. And Duffy doubles off the Green Monster, so he comes off the bench as a pinch hitter. He's 2 for 2 now. So Duffy's on, and Rick Burleson comes to the plate. If Burleson can send 1 yard, the Red Sox will cut the lead in half. Burleson's 1 for 3, and his home run roll is very slim. It's 995 to 999 to reach base safely, 685 or more. Waits is now up to 28 batters. His threshold's 29. He gets the sign from Pruitt. Here's the pitch to Burleson. That's an 8-8-2. That's going to be a single in the left field. Let's see if they're going to wave Duffy around. We have a 6-7-5 chance to score. And you know what? We're going to hold him. I don't have good luck on the dice rolls when trying to score a runner, so we're going to say no. So we'll have first and third. No outs, and Jim Rice comes to the plate. Rice was the MVP of 1978. Big moment here for Jim. Waits struggling a bit in this inning. Tiring, maybe. Rice needs a big-time roll. We want a 9-5-3 or higher. That would be a 3-run blast. The windup and the pitch by Rick Waits to Jim Rice. That's a 6-9-8. Rice works a walk as they pitch very carefully around Jimmy. Bases are now loaded. No outs. Carlton Pudge Fisk steps to the plate. He's 2 for 3 and has the Red Sox only RBI. If you're thinking grand slam, Fisk needs a dice roll of 9-7-3 or higher to reach base safely and force in a run. 6-3-8 or greater. No place to put Pudge. Here's the windup and the pitch. That's a 9-0-1. That's going to be a single into right field. So Duffy will score from third, and we'll play station to station. And we will hold Burleson at third. As now a 6-2 ball game. We don't want to run into any outs here. And George Boomer Scott steps to the plate. He's 0 for 3 today. (6-2 ball game. Scott hits lefties at 353 clip. I'm wondering now if the Indians will change Waits out. So we're going to click pitch. Scott needs a 6-8-1 or higher to reach base safely. For a grand salami, 9-6-6 or greater. So I'm going to click swing and see what happens. See if they switch pitchers. They don't. That's an 8-3-3, and that's a single in the right field. And we now have an 8-31 chance to score Rice from second, and we're going to take that chance here. Here's the dice roll. 6-4-8, so 2 runs will score. On the Scott single, it's now 6-4. Fisk held at second. So a clutch, bases loaded single knocks in 2 for George Boomer Scott, and the Red Sox are right back in this ball game, folks. Can't count the Sox out here at Fenway. Freddie Lynn comes to the plate. Lynn's 0 for 3. Tying runs at first base in George Boomer Scott. Lynn does not hit left-handed pitching well so far in the retro replay. And I don't even think in real life stats. Yeah, he only hit 201, so. Just check the bench quick. Yastrzemski's on the bench. He's a lefty, but he hits left-handed pitching at a 252 clip. And in the simulation, he's hitting at a 286 clip. He's actually struggled against right-handed pitching. Waits is up to 32 batters. That's 3 over his threshold. Do we let Lynn swing the bat? Well, nope. Every win matters in 1978. as in actuality the Red Sox lost out to the Yankees in a one-game playoff. So we're going to go pinch hit. And Yastrzemski's going to have to play center field after. So here comes Carl Yastrzemski. Let's look at the bench coach. Let's see how Yaz matches up. Okay, 690. Brohammer. What did Brohammer hit in actuality against lefties? 211. Ugh. Now it's going to be Yastrzemski. So Yastrzemski will come in to pinch hit for Freddie Lynn. As you can see in the retro replay, he's hitting 286 off left-handed pitching. Tying run at first. Yastrzemski's the go-ahead run at the plate. A 3-run bomb would put the Red Sox up by 1. Yaz would have to roll a 9.59 or higher to reach base safely, 690 or greater. Here's the pitch by Waits. That's an 8-2-8, and that is a single into center field, as Manning can't get there in time. And Fisk scores from second, so Yastrzemski comes through with a pinch hit single. The Red Sox are only 1 down now, with no outs. George Boomer Scott represents the tying run at second base. What a ball game it's been. And Dwight Evans comes to the plate. Evans is 1 for 3. Evans needs a dice roll of 657 or higher. I wonder if the Indians will now switch Rick Waits out. Here's the pitch to Dewey. That's a 3-2-9. That ball goes out to right field. Dade makes the one-handed catch. We have a 50-50 chance of tagging Scott up, and we're going to say no. Once again, I have horrible luck on these tag ups, so we're going to say no. Scott will hold. So the runners retreat back. Scott at second, Yastrzemski at first. Pinch hit single. 1 out now, and Butch Hapson comes to the plate. And we are back. We had to handle a situation here. Alrighty, so 1 out, Hobson's at the plate. Runners at first and second. He's 0 for 2. He's walked once. Hobson's home run swing consists of a dice roll 9-7-1 or more. Reach base safely 7-1-1 or higher. Amazingly, Rick Waits is still out on the mound. Here's the windup and the pitch to Hobson. Hobson, 9-9-7. That ball is over the Green Monster. The Red Sox have taken the lead 8-6. And with that, the Indians finally changed their pitcher. Wow. The Red Sox come all the way back with 7 runs in the bottom of the 8th in a typical bash the bejesus out of you 1978 Red Sox style. And they are now 3 outs away from victory, and there's still only 1 out in this game, in this inning. Bernie Carbo comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1. He came in to pinch hit for Bob Bailey. What a clutch hit by Butch Hobson. Unbelievable, as my friend Ron Junkett would say. All right, Carbo to reach base safely, 7-2-5 or more. The new pitcher, Rick Kruger. He has pitched 2 2/3 innings so far. He's good for 6 batters. The windup and the pitch by Kruger. And Carbo, slow roller in front of Pruitt, who throws to Thornton for out number 2. So Carbo grounds out to the catcher. And Frank Duffy comes to the plate, and Duffy had a big pinch hit single. He's 1 run scored. He started off the inning when he pinch hit for Remy. Higher Ground Gaming. Eric says, wow! I know, unbelievable. I love playing the 78 Sox. Offensively. Other than that, they're very frustrating. Alright, so Duffy needs a 7-2-6 or more. Kruger looking to get the last out here. Here's the pitch to Duffy. Here's the dice roll. 5-6-4. That ball goes out to center field. Manning squeeze it. Inning over. But the Red Sox score 7 runs on 6 hits. The big blast by Butch Hobson and lead 8-7. We go to the top of the 9th. So Frank Duffy will stay into play second. And Bernie Carbo I could move Yastrzemski to left and have Rice play center. Center field, 2.8 error percentage. What's Yastrzemski? Center field, 2.4. Oh. Well, you know what? Yaz will play center field. Bergmeyer's on the mound, and we're going to go with, going to close this game out. Got to close. I think we're going to go to Bob Stanley. He's our best option out of the pen here. He had 10 saves, 2.60 ERA. Bob Stanley's coming in to try to nail down the save here. Yastrzemski goes out to center field. Due up for Cleveland. Grubb, Bell, and Thornton. Duffy's in at second. Johnny Grubb. Oh for 3, 1 walk, 1 run scored. He needs a 6.44 or higher to reach base safely. The windup and the pitch by Bob Stanley. Probably could have kept Bergmeyer in to face him, but single into center. So the tying run comes to the plate now with Buddy Bell. I shall be right back. And we are back once again. So Grubb is on first. He has a leadoff single. Buddy Bell comes to the plate. His home run swing, which would tie the game up, 9-9-8. Very slim chance here. 9-9-8 to 9-9-9. Hopefully Stanley can induce a double play ball here. Stanley looks in at Fisk, gets the sign, the windup, and the pitch to Buddy Bell. Grubb is being held on by Scott. Here's the dice roll. So Grubb attempts to steal. Doesn't get the lead. We got a 3-7-2. That ball goes out to Yastrzemski in center field. And Yaz makes the catch. Red Sox 2 outs away from this improbable comeback victory. And Andre Thornton steps to the plate, and he is a definite home run threat. That's a dice roll of 9-6-4 or higher. To reach base safely, 6-7-6 or more. Stanley's ready. Here's the pitch to Thornton. Grubb's off, and he steals second base. So Grubb's in scoring position. No more double play opportunity here unless it's a line out. And then quickly to throw to second. So the windup and the pitch once again to Thornton. That's an 8-9-4, and that's a single into left field. And they hold Grubb at third. They do not take a chance, as the ball was hard hit out to left. Runners on the corner. Thornton's at first. He represents the tying run. Blanks is at the plate. He is 2 for 4. He represents the go-ahead run. As Eric from Higher Ground Gaming says, rub-a-dub-grub. He sure did. So Blanks is 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. To reach base safely, 7-8-1 or higher. Very remote chance of hitting a 3-run homer, 998 to 999. Double play ball once again in order here. Scott holding Thornton on at first. He's the tying run. Here's the pitch to Blanks from Bob Stanley. The dice roll. They go pinch hitter here. They go pinch hitter before that. So now Jim Norris comes off the bench. Left-handed batter, and this changes the numbers tremendously. He's only batting .222, .250 off right-handed pitching, but much better chance of getting on base, .630 or higher. Home run swing the same, 998 to 999. Runners on the corners, 1 out. Lefty-righty matchup. Stanley gets the sign. He delivers to Norris. Here's the dice roll. We want to keep this roll really low. 1-5-6. That ball goes to Burleson. It's a line drive. Burleson catches it. And Grubb is quickly back to third base, though. So there's 2 outs now. Norris hit the ball hard, but Burleson made a fine catch, even though it was right at him. It was ripped at him. Good reaction play there by Burleson. And it's up to Willie Horton now to extend this game. Red Sox are 1 out away from this comeback victory. They lead 8-6, top of the 9th. 2 outs, runners on the corners. Willie Horton is 0 for 4. 1 swing of the bat, if you're thinking of that. Horton needs a dice roll of 982 or greater to reach base safely, 701 or higher. Stanley wants to keep that below a 701. The windup and the pitch. Here's the moment of truth. The dice roll. That's a 698. That ball goes out to Evans in right field. He goes towards the line, and he makes the catch, and the Red Sox come all the way back to win 8-6. They score 7 runs in the bottom of the 8th, capped off by the Hobson homer to defeat the Indians in Game 1 of this doubleheader, 8-6. Outstanding game. Red Sox now go to 10 wins and 4 losses. Cleveland falls to 2-9. Let's make this official. And let's go back to schedule. Eric from Higher Ground Gaming showed me this. You go back into schedule and you get a much better box score. So we've played Game 1. And the Red Sox come all the way back, and what a game, what a fun game it was. I was a little subdued with my calls because it's early morning here. And my mother's not feeling well. She had a medical procedure. Actually staying up quite early to make sure she's able to do certain things. So they won 8-6. What a game. I like Digital Diamond Baseball. It's a very fun game. Bergmeyer got the win. Waits got the loss. Indians stuck way too long with him. So if I click on this, we're going to get a box score, a much better box score. Okay, so Louis Tiant went 7 2/3, and it was a struggle. 7 hits, 6 runs, all earned, 5 walks, 6 strikeouts, and a home run. This is his first start of the year. His ERA is 7.04. Bergmeyer pitched a third of an inning. He gave up a hit. He gets the win. His ERA is 3.86. Bob Stanley gets save number 3. Pitched 1 inning. Gave up 2 hits. He made it interesting. too interesting. His ERA is 4. So Bergmeyer the win, Stanley the loss, Tiant the no decision. Rick Waits went 7 1/3 innings for the Indians. He's a loser. 11 hits, 8 runs, all earned, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, and a big home run by Butch Hobson. His ERA is 4.41. Kruger came in, pitched 2/3 of an inning, didn't give up anything. I'm going to have to give Butch Hobson the player of the game. As did the computer right here. Digital DDBB, Digital Diamond Baseball, player of the game, Butch Hobson. Quickly go to the box scores, and we're going to call it early morning. For the losing Cleveland Indian, and what a tough loss for Cleveland. They thought they had a win. And the Red Sox come up with 7 runs in the bottom of the 8th. A couple of clutch pinch hits by Duffy and Yastrzemski. So, Paul Dade went 1 for 4, had a run scored. 1 walk, a strikeout. Grubb 1 for 4, runs scored, 1 walk. Bell 1 for 5. Thornton 1 for 5 with an RBI, 1 strikeout. Blanks 2 for 4 with 2 ribbies. Norris, a pinch hitter, 0 for 1. Horton 0 for 5. Pruitt 1 for 2, 2 runs scored, had an RBI, had a home run also. Walked twice, struck out once. Kuiper, big day for the Indians second baseman. 3 for 4, 2 RBIs, 1 run scored. So the Indians had 37 at-bats, 6 runs, 10 hits, 6 RBIs, 5 walks, struck out 6 times. Pruitt had a home run, stolen base by Grubb. Double Dwayne Kuiper. They left 9 men on base. For the 78 Red Sox, what a tremendous comeback win. Jerry Remy, 0 for 3 at the top of the order, struck out once. Duffy came in to pinch hit for him and had another at-bat. He had a pinch hit in the 8th and then grounded out in the 9th. That can't be right. What does that mean? 2B9. I don't know what that means. It sounds like double, but anyway, he was 1 for 2 with a run scored. Burleson 2 for 4 with 2 runs scored. He struck out once. Rice 1 for 3 with a run scored. He walked once. Fisk 3 for 4, 1 run scored, 2 RBIs. Scott 1 for 4 with a run scored, 2 RBIs, struck out once. Freddie Lynn, tough day, 0 for 3. We pinched hit with Yastrzemski in the 8th. I know what that means. Duffy's hit was a double, and Yastrzemski's hit was a single. Okay, that's what that second lettering means in the brackets. So Yastrzemski was 1 for 1 with an RBI and a run scored. Evans 1 for 4. Then Butch Hobson only had 1 hit, but what a hit it was. A 3-run blast to put the Red Sox ahead in the bottom of the 8th. They would hold on to win 8-6. Bailey was awful, 0 for 2 with a strikeout. And Carbo, who came in to pinch hit in the 7th, was 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Not much production there out of those two gentlemen. Doubles, Duffy, Burleson, Fisk, and Evans. Triple, Jim Rice. And the huge 3-run blast, Butch Hobson to win the game. Stolen base, Carlton Fisk. Hobson also had an error. Red Sox had 1 double play, left 5 runners on. So this Al Red Sox fan saying thank you to Eric from Higher Ground Gaming. Have a good night, my friend. Remember to check out Higher Ground Gaming with Eric and Brody. Great channel. Red Sox win in comeback fashion. 8-6. What a ball game. Red Sox go to 10-4. Cleveland drops to 2-9. Health and happiness. Take care. Till next time. Bye-bye. God bless.